Guys, imagine a world of now. We know that we live in the world where Naruto exists. One of the most, in my opinion, the best anime that this world has to offer. Now imagine a world where Naruto didn't exist. That's right. Today we will be talking about that subject. Who could replace Naruto as the main antagonist, the main character? There are a couple of options, actually. You'd be surprised at how many characters could actually replace Naruto. And you'll be surprised at how much I disagree with all of them. So, in the end, I will be telling you who, in my opinion, could potentially replace Naruto if Naruto did not exist. And he has to have the same qualities. The only quality that a character has to have is they have to be underdog. If they're not underdog, then no. I'm sorry, they just can't take the cake. So I'm going to tell you guys who, in my personal opinion, would be the new Naruto if Naruto didn't exist. You know what I'm saying? Like who would be the Naruto? There are dozens of options, so let's go through all of them. Now I'm gonna come across an option that is very controversial. I know a lot of people are gonna disagree with me, and in my opinion, I don't see Rock Lee becoming a Naruto. Let me explain. A lot of people think, oh, dang, he is. Yeah, Rock Lee is a true underdog, and I'm not saying he's not. But he's really only an underdog in his flashbacks if you think about it. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't really act like Naruto, like, at all. And I'm not saying they have to be exactly like Naruto, but they need to have that underdog quality that makes Naruto interesting. Because if Naruto had parents, a loving family, the story would be really less engaging. I'm just gonna let you know that now. And Rock Lee's an underdog, and his story actually almost brought tears into my eyes when I first, saw it, and it's still heartwarming and all, but I just don't see him becoming a Naruto for a couple of reasons. First of all, he's only really an underdog in the flashbacks. Anything outside of the flashbacks, he is not underdog. I'm sorry, he's just not. In his first appearance, he easily defeated Sasuke, of all people, who was established to be the strongest in the series, or the strongest genin in the series. Like, he was established to be the coolest kid, the strongest kid that nobody could beat. And then you have Rock Lee, who beats him with barely no effort at all on his part. So, and then throughout that time, we just see Rock Lee, like, day after day, become an absolute beast. Like he's fighting hand to hand with Kimimaro, a practical joinin, beating the crap out of Gaara, the first one to, like beat him up, give him a serious pounding and all that. And it's just that he's really only an underdog in the flashbacks. Outside of the flashbacks, he is a beast, or at least in part one. Part two, everybody kind of becomes, like renegade. Because regardless of what you say, Naruto is an underdog. He is. I'm not going to argue with that. But one thing you have to acknowledge is that let's face the facts. As much as I don't want to say it, Naruto in part one is seriously OP. The series wants you to think he's not, but he is very OP. In my opinion, it will probably, near the end, it would probably take a good chunk of the cast to defeat Valiant and Naruto. And I'm not over exaggerating when I say that. Naruto has been an OP, he's been OP since part one. And I feel like it would take a chunk of the cast to defeat Valiant and Naruto. At the end, Valiant and Naruto is the strongest Naruto that we see in part one because of the One Tail. And the only people who could probably beat him in a one-on-one fight, I believe, is probably Kiba, Neji, and Choji. I say this only if they bloodlusted, and we're only talking about the base form Naruto. I say this because of bloodlusted. I think that Kiba could probably. I'm talking about Kiba from the Sasuke Retrieval. Obviously not the Kiba that fought Naruto, because like Kiba is very father. But anyway, like near the end, I think he could probably be base form Naruto if he went into his giant dog over Fang thing. I think he could probably kill Naruto if he were to go in that. And Neji could probably beat him if he instantly goes to 120 pounds. Like I said, I think they can beat Naruto bloodlusted. But if we're talking about in character, it's more likely definitely that Naruto wins. Especially since he already knows a good deal about them. So yeah, Naruto is very OP. He's not presented to be OP. The series wants you to believe that pretty much everybody is stronger than him. And it definitely does feel like that. Again, I'm not saying he's not an underdog. I'm just saying that he's very OP. That's the point. And but anyway, back to Rock Lee. The main reason I don't see him as a potential Naruto for the series is because like he's only underdog in the flashbacks. And the Naruto especially because he's an underdog in all areas. You know, everybody's smarter than him, they're presumably stronger than him. And you know, they just outclass him in all categories except raw power. And in all categories. That's why he feels engaging. Rock Lee is a beast, you know? Like current Rock Lee is a beast. In part one, he is a beast. And yeah, sure, sometimes he acts goofy, but that's only when he's around my guy. When it comes to fighting and when it comes to the mission, he is like full on Batman mode. You know what I'm saying? And that's in the sense that he's always serious. He never jokes around. With Naruto, you got that feeling. He always joked around. Well, he didn't really joke around when it came to a mission, but like, you guys know what I'm saying. Rock Lee doesn't really act like Naruto, and he isn't really dumb enough to be Naruto, if you know what I mean. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I would love to see a movie of just Rock Lee squad. Like, I would love that. PTS, Part 1 squad. That would be cool, but as a Rock Lee movie, not a potential Naruto movie. Because I feel like if Rock Lee was to be a new Naruto for Naruto, it would come down to him acting really stupid, and it would come down to making us think that he is very, very strong. No, I mean he's very, very weak, and with his design, the weights, the speed, you just don't really get that feeling from him. Like I said, he defeated Sasuke in his first appearance, so that's all that needs to be said. Next up, we're gonna be talking about Gaara. Gaara and Naruto are honestly practically brothers. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, sure, Sasuke and Naruto are brothers, but like I feel like Naruto and Gaara, their connection feels more similar to me because if I could be honest with you, Sasuke and Naruto are almost nothing alike. If I'm being honest with you, yeah, sure they're alone, but that's pretty much it. Sasuke's family got taken from them. Naruto's Naruto didn't really have any family to begin with, so Sasuke struggles with loss, while Naruto struggles with loneliness. And I don't really feel like that correlates. With Gaara, he's basically Naruto, but he's basically an alternate version of Naruto, where basically, instead, Naruto eventually found friends, you know, like Hinata, Kiba, Shino, and Neji, Rock Lee, and Sasuke. All of them became friends to Naruto eventually throughout the time. That's a lot of friends to have, but especially for a loner. But when it came to Gaara, he got experienced the exact same thing as Naruto, but instead of becoming caring and loving, he became exactly what Naruto should have been, a beast who just hates everyone. And it's just, he's basically just it's kind of like karma, giving the world karma. They hated him, so he hates them equally as more, which doesn't really make sense to me, but I'll talk about that later. But anyway, yeah, so Gaara, I don't like I said, same thing with Rock Lee. I don't see him being, a underdog. And they would have to make a lot more characters because we're talking about someone who could replace Naruto. So in this alternate reality, Naruto does not exist. Gaara is the main character, and I don't see that happening because he wouldn't change. It would pretty much just essentially be Gaara just murdering everybody until he's eventually killed, basically. And when he gets to the Chunin exams, I mean, Naruto doesn't need to be there. It was really cool, but I feel like maybe the joinin would come and Kakashi would probably defeat Gaara pretty handily and easily, even if he turns to Shikaku. You know what I'm saying? Especially now that we know that he can apparently use Kamui in part one. So yeah, that probably won't be a long fight. But we're trying to say I don't see Gaara becoming the new Naruto. Yeah, sure, the past is very similar. Without Naruto to give Gaara that extra character development, I don't see it. Unless they would have to heavily change the plot. They would have to create extra characters in the Sand Village, and they would have to bond with Gaara, and he would actually have to notice that he has a brother and sister who support him and love him dearly, and who would practically give their lives for him. Like, that never really made sense to me. How can you be alone but then have these two loving siblings that are right there beside you? How does that happen? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get back to the point. So yeah, I don't see Gar becoming the new Naruto. I Yeah, he just needs Naruto to stand on. Not saying when it comes to missions, he doesn't really have that goofy attitude, and I can't see a dumb Gara. I can't see that. Not to mention, he probably wouldn't get that far in the series, and I can't really imagine who his rival would be. You can imagine that Gara wouldn't make the most. He wouldn't be the main character, and I'm not saying that Gara doesn't have potential to rise up on his own. I definitely believe that a solo series can be made, but it would have to say within the Naruto verse. It can't be an alternate reality where Gara, without Naruto, Gara is, he's Gara. He's going to stay a monster forever without Naruto, and he will eventually die alone. Even though he has two siblings right there, but hey, let's ignore that. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Those are pretty much all the underdogs in Naruto that I can think of. There are probably more, but I can't remember. The only underdog that I can think is probably my guy, and for the same reasons, Rock Lee. No, actually, maybe, I don't know. But for the same reasons for Rock Lee, same reasons for Guy, no. I'm sorry, but no. So, let's talk about who could actually replace Naruto, in my opinion. And the number $1 million answer is Obito. I know what a lot of you are thinking. What? Obito? He tried to destroy the world. He's the reason he killed all of Naruto's friends. How can he possibly be Naruto? Like, how can he take the cake for the series? And my only question for that is, this is an alternate reality where Naruto doesn't exist. So Obito, it won't be the fourth Shimbu War. His history will have to be retconned heavily for him to be the new Naruto. But I honestly think I can only see him being the new Naruto because he has Naruto's outlooks in all areas. First of all, he's dumb. Second, he's very goofy and childish. And third, he is, he's an underdog, basically. And it's already established that he's orphaned. I don't know what happened to his parents. It's never really clarified. But in this alternate reality, basically Obito's parents get murdered or something by the war, and he's alone. And let's say they're killed before he, before they get to, meet him. So Obito grows up orphan, probably adopted by Minato or something, and then the Uchiha's reputation is not good. Thanks to Madara, Uchiha is hated. So Obito is hated, right? Because he's an Uchiha. He's hated. So it's up to Obito to redeem the Uchiha's legacy. And you can make an entire series based on that. And that's why I think he would be. He has the hate on him, he has the loneliness, and he has the friends he can meet. Kakashi, Rin, Might Guy, and the other characters who end up becoming relevant. So, and not to mention that this doesn't have to take place in his era. It can take place in the Naruto era. So, Kid Obito can be Kid Rock Lee, Kid Guard, change his mind. Basically, he can basically become the new Naruto. In my opinion, I think Obito in his alternate reality could definitely take the place of Naruto. He has all the right character traits. He's alone. Everybody hates him. And it's up to him. His goal is to become Hokage so he can redeem the Uchiha's legacy. And he wants to show everybody that they're not these hatred animals. He wants to show everybody that they're compelling and loving. And he can't do that if he's not Hokage. So he knows who Uchiha, and he kind of knows why everybody hates him. So that's his goal, his motivation, that he wants to become Hokage so that everybody won't hate the Uchiha anymore. And that is my reason why Obito should be the new Naruto. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.